The Tampa Bay Buccaneers with the final selection of the first round. Pete was thinking maybe they get some elite speed at running back. No, they don't have any needs really, but they go edge. Joe Tryon, and I don't know much about Joe.
Quarterback of the future is a need.
Yes, but are you going to do that to Tom Brady? Emery Hunt from Sportsline, he had Joe Tryon as his #1 edge rusher.
Well, he must have watched a lot of 2019 tape.
He did.
I did too, and he wasn't my #1 edge rusher, but he didn't play last year. And again, that's always, I don't hold it against him, but a lot of guys you talk to do. I think this kid has the potential. And when you look at the Bucs, they don't have any needs. But Jason Pierre-Paul is not a kid anymore. And so I think it makes sense from that standpoint to get a young pass rusher, get him in there, let him learn from JPP and be a backup rotational guy. It works. I probably would have leaned in a different direction. I might have looked for a speed back in this. They're the one team that could do that because they have everything filled. But I get it. I understand this pick.
I mean, running back, is that really a need when you bring in Gali G. Bundy Bernard? I think you look long term. I would have gone quarterback.
I would have.
With who? Davis Mills?
Davis Mills.
Yeah, probably what I would have done.
So the
full of 5th year.
So then you could do what to Tom Brady,
Yeah, right.
what the Packers did to Aaron Rodgers last year.
It's a different situation.
Because he's older.
Because he's older.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, from a franchise.
But Brady's going to play till he's 50, though.
True.
So the under, if you laid the juice for quarterbacks, the under 5.5 comes through. I think it was -600 when the draft began today. Guys, on the last pick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Joe Tryon. What do you make of it?
Yeah, look, they are able to draft out of a position of luxury, right? I mean, and he's one of those guys that I think you put on the tape a couple years ago. He catches your eye with his athleticism, his length, burst off the ball. Jimmy Lake, their DC now head coach, he does as good a job as anyone as far as coaching those guys up and kind of teaching them the fundamentals. You don't see him run past the quarterback when he gets up around the loop. He does a good job of closing in. So bottom line is he's a solid player. But when you get to this point, you maybe even look at trading back out of it, see if there's someone who wants to come up and take him. I don't, the idea of Davis Mills here, I think you're overdrafting. And who knows how long Tom Brady wants to play. So why not try to get defense some help, some depth there, and try to take a player that you like. Maybe you're a little tied to him now for a little more than you want to be, but still, bottom line is he's a solid player. It adds depth there, maybe helps in the future.
I wanted to see somebody trade in, so my prop bet would have hit for over 5.5 quarterbacks taken in the first round, so somebody could get that extra year option taken. So yeah, I wanted to see that happen. I don't think it makes sense for the Bucs to do it, though. I agree with you. Joe Tryon opted out. He missed 4 games. That's all Washington's team played, so it's not like he missed a ton. He's still a pretty inexperienced player. Hasn't played that much football. We said that about a lot of guys. It fits the trend of looking for somebody who has a skill set, who's long, athletic, and can get after the passer. And I think you've seen flashes of that. You've seen flashes of brilliance, and you don't have to rush him in. And that's the luxury you get when you get to take chances like this. You don't have to take a pick out of desperation. You can look at somebody and say, yep, let's try to see if it works. If it does, maybe we have the answer for JPP's fill-in down the road. If not, we'll get right back at next year. So I think it's a smart pick from the Bucs.
The interesting thing, too, is they didn't go with an offensive player. And part of that maybe if you look at everyone they brought back. Well, it's that, but it's also because they want to keep that chemistry and continuity with Tom. And so then you look at the defense you could plug in whoever you want over there, right? It doesn't matter if you bring in new guys because it's not going to mess up what he has going on with the offense. But because I was thinking to myself, all right, what other positions could they maybe, utilize? But it's a stacked roster. It's going to be interesting to see if they can legitimately run it back.
All right, Brady, Danny, thanks so much all throughout the night. We're going to be doing it again tomorrow and on Saturday. I say we, not me.
What do you mean we?
I got Amanda Guerra coming in to fill this seat tomorrow, and then Tommy Tran will be filling it on Saturday. But we want to thank everybody for being a part of it. I hope I can find everybody here. Jamie Eisenberg, Pete Prisco, Heath Cummings, Dave Richard, Brady Quinn, Danny Cannell, Jonathan Jones, Ryan McFadden, Ryan Wilson, Steve Wilfong, Scott Pioli. It was a good night.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.